You've heard their names whispered in the passageways of starships traveling to the far-flung reaches of the galaxy. The rumors of their exploits still echo within your mind. These are the men and women that have changed the course of galactic destiny. Welcome, recruit, to the path of legends.
Your journey begins here, recruit.
Welcome back, recruit. Today we're going to go ahead and revisit Thrawn, because if you saw the last video, you'll know that I was using Sabine, and it's come to my attention that a lot of people actually do like to use Chopper. So we're going to go ahead and do a tier 7 run using Chopper instead of Sabine, and then we're gonna go over the mods that I have on all of these characters. So all right, let's take another run at Grand Admiral Thrawn there, tier 7. Up come all of those taunts on that wall of Stormtrooper. And since we don't have Sabine, Ezra is our primary damage dealer. Zeb can do some damage, but he's more about stuns and staggers, even though he can get in some good hits sometimes. And so yeah, I mean, you're in general, your strategy is going to be pretty much the same thing. It's just going to take a bit more to punch through their defenses, because Chopper really doesn't have the same level of DPS that Sabine does. So you probably have to be a bit more patient with it. And now Chopper does have the ability to remove taunts there, and it's been so long since I used them, I forgot about it. So make sure you're taking an advantage of that. So between Ezra and Chopper, should be a little bit easier to clear out those taunts. And down goes the last Stormtrooper. The wall crumbles. Alright, let's see. So yeah, we want to get... Personally, I like to get rid of those commanders first. Otherwise, they just prolong the fight and drag it out. And with Chopper... Okay, so yeah, this is the one, Metal Menace. It will dispel all buffs. So you're definitely going to want to take advantage of that one, and especially in that first wave. Between him and Ezra, clear out at least a couple of those taunts. And that way you might be able to get to that commander quicker. So, yeah, so with Chopper instead of Sabine. Now, my guys are geared enough where it's going to be less of an issue at this point, but if you don't have the recommended gear levels, it's definitely going to take a bit longer. Of course, with those counters, either way it is going to help clear the field faster. So it might not take quite so long at first thought. But, as usual, it also does fall down to your gear and mods and everything. Alright, final encounter. Alright, so we got all that fun extra layer of protection on all of the enemies. And for now, we're just going to have to chip away at it as best we can. Now, between the commanders and the death troopers, it's a bit of a toss-up. You do want to take both of them down as quickly as possible. Personally, I prefer to take down the commanders because otherwise I've had it in the past where the fight just drags on and it has actually cost me the fight. Oh, comes that taunt again. Alright, so we're going to use Metal Menace here to clear out that taunt. Boom, down it goes. Now, since he is so close to going down, let's see if we can go ahead and finish. There we go. Finish off that Stormtrooper since he was already pretty close there. And keep the commander from keeping him going there. Alright, so going after our first commander. As soon as we get through all of these counterattacks from Kanan, let's go and boost up his protection there. And Thrawn gets the fracture on him. Alright, let's get the backup plan on Kanan just in case. And hopefully we can finish off this commander here. Ooh, down goes the Death Trooper. That's another thing with those Death Troopers when they throw those grenades. It's a very real possibility that they are going to finish themselves off with the full squad doing the counterattack. And so that's another reason why I usually go after the commander first, because with any luck, the Death Troopers will take care of themselves. And I found, I did a lot of battles back in the day trying to get through this. And I did find that that was the strategy that worked best for me. Both with Sabine and with Chopper here. It's been working pretty good, so. Naturally, there's more than one way to skin a cat. So it's not going to be the only way to defeat this guy. But that is what has worked best for me personally. So, you're welcome to give it a shot. You're welcome to try something else. There's no truly wrong way to get the job done. You just have to figure out what works best for you. Alright, let's get another backup plan over on Choppa. So he can get that taunt up. In comes Ezra with a big old whammy. That protection is thick. And it's not going to do anything on the fracture. Yeah, it's not... Metal Menace is not as effective if they don't have any buffs on them. So I like to hold on to it if that's the case. Alright, we got Thrawn down to his health, and we should be able to finish him off here pretty quick. Now, last time with Sabine, I was less judicious about my attacks. It'd been quite a while since I actually used Phoenix like that. And plus, with my gear levels, I really wasn't too worried about it. I definitely paid better attention this time around. And, yeah, I was more tactical with my attacks, so as you can see, it worked out pretty good. And even with Chopper instead of Sabine's damage output. So if I'd been that judicious with my tactics last time, probably would have gotten the 3 stars on that one too. So, but like I said, there's more than one way to win the battle, and it's completely up to you which way you want to go with it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Phoenix squad, and let's see how they're modded up here. We'll go ahead and start with Choppa. As you can see, he wasn't even fully modded. Currently got speed and 1 defense. his health and protection is pretty anemic there. Half decent speed. And it's just like I keep saying, you don't have to have the recommended gear levels to be able to beat it. With smart playing, tactics, strategy, you can usually get through these fights without having to get to the maximum. And as you can see, the recommended from the game does recommend, it does suggest speed and defense. And with his abilities, I mean, he is a tank character, so it would make sense. And if he's got that speed, he can get his taunt going more often. He only taunts for 1 turn, and it's got a cooldown of 3. So if you can keep him cycling, you can keep that taunt up, get that taunt back up pretty quick. And he also has the ability to dispel those buffs, which is very, very useful, especially when you're going up against, say, a wall of stormtroopers. And I do have him fully abilitied up, so that definitely comes in handy. And then we'll take a look at Ezra here. Does recommend offense and crit chance. And back in the day, I just went with what was suggested, so I haven't actually messed with these guys' mods too much since then. That was before I really had a handle on mods myself too. So, like I said in my mod videos, if you watch them, if you're not sure, just go with what the game suggests. And once you get more experienced with it, and you have a better idea what you're looking at and doing, then you can go ahead and play around with it more. And that one wasn't even at max level. So he hasn't even been getting the max benefit from those mods. But it does work, and his speed's middle of the road. Half decent health and protection, decent damage. But yeah, so there you go. As you saw, we managed to get 3 stars with the squad. As kind of motley as it was. So with Janin, he's got health and tenacity. So health, force, health, these are survivability stats. Half decent health and protection on him. Very low speed. Definitely need to get some better speed mods on him. No doubt about that. But his big thing is just taking the hits. So could possibly throw defense on him. Let's see. Because he does do counter chance, and he recovers 25% health whenever he suffers a debuff. So the tenacity helps keep him from getting ability blocks and whatnot, so you can get those taunts up, and the protection through total defense. I do not have the Zeta on him, which looks like it actually would be a pretty good Zeta, but Phoenix is not a big endgame squad, so you might want to hold off on using the Zeta. I mean, it's up to you. If you love your Phoenix squad, do what you want with it. It's your game, your account, your characters, your roster. You're here to have fun. So if you want to have fun with it, slap that Zeta on them, you go right on ahead. Personally, I haven't done it, and with all the other stuff I got going on at endgame, probably not going to get to it anytime soon. But, hey, whatever works for you. And then, now, when he is taunting, he does have double tenacity. So any tenacity mods are going to really help to boost that. Now, with the critical hit there, he's not a big damage dealer. So if you want to up his damage, that's one way of doing it. Get that offense down, but I haven't really played around with it, so I'm not 100%. I can't say really how effective that is. Personally, I would probably just focus on health and protection and whatnot. His survivability, being able to resist debuffs to help keep him alive. Now, if you do have Sabine, let's go ahead and take a look at her, because I did not go through the mods in the last Thrawn video. And as you can see, she is missing a mod. It does suggest crit damage and crit chance, which is what I've done, unsurprisingly. And she has okay speed, have using health protection for damage dealer, and her damage could probably be better. And it probably would be better if I had the full mod set in there, because you might know she is pure damage. Critical chance, critical damage. And as you can see, I have not gotten, I'm not sure I got Zetas on any of these Nope, I do not have Zetas on any of my Phoenix squad. So you can get through Thrawn 3 stars with the required gear levels. Now, as you saw, mine are currently at the required gear level. They're all gear 10, actually, if I remember correctly, except for Chopper. Chopper's at gear level 7. But these other guys are at gear level 10. I did struggle against Thrawn until I got them to gear level 10. But if you can get, if you get pretty close to that, you should be able to work through it. If you're smart with your tactics and strategy. So, and then we're going to take a look at Zeb. It does suggest crit damage and health. Now he is listed as a tank, but he does not have a taunt. So, as you can see, he's got half decent health and protection, okay speed. He's got a decent amount of damage there. But as a tank, he does have the bonus max protection and whatnot, which with Hera's leadership ability, it spreads around to the rest of the squad. So yeah, so the more health he has, the more protection, max protection that him and the rest of the squad are gonna have. So yeah, that's probably a pretty good idea to boost him up on health, which might be what I'm gonna do. If I ever get around to remodding him, I'm probably gonna go ahead and remove those crit damage mods and replace them with health mods, because that will make the entire squad quite a bit tougher and really increase their survivability. That's something to think about. If you're having trouble getting through tier 7 Thrawn, you might want to try doing that just to increase their survivability. Probably not a bad idea. And then now he does have that daze, which is incredibly useful. So potency would also work immensely for Zeb. And so that would probably be my suggestion, is a mixture of health and potency on the mods, if not one over the other. I would definitely go with health minimum and possibly add a decent amount of potency if I've got the right mods for it. So I'm not going to lie, these Zetas are pretty useful for the squad. It's just a matter of whether or not you want to put those kinds of resources into them. And I mean, like I said, it's not that they don't have their uses in the end game. They're just not a top tier squad. So it's all about your preferences and whatnot, and how you want to play your roster and everything. So Hera, it does recommend speed and potency. And her speed's okay. She has the backup plan ability, so you want that proccing as much as possible. So the speed would definitely help with that. And the potency, she does have a pretty solid Zeta there. The potency is going to be in large part for her expose on her basic, which that expose can be very useful. So it's something, you got some options there. Speed would definitely help with her backup plan and keeping your squad alive. And as far as potency, it could be useful. And then keep in mind, with Phoenix Squad is an interesting squad. You gotta keep in mind that whatever you're modding on your Phoenix characters, as long as Hera is in the lead, some of those stats are gonna be spread around to the entire team. So that's something to keep in mind. Each active Phoenix ally grants their unique ability to other Phoenix allies. For example, Zeb has bonus max protection equal to 40% of his max health. That's going to be spread around to the entire squad. So that is something you want to keep in mind when you're modding these guys. Not only, depending on what their special ability is, how is that going to affect the rest of the squad? So how are your mods going to affect that ability? So The Phoenix Squad can be a bit on the complex side as far as modding and whatnot, just because of that one, just because of her leadership ability. But you know, with these basics that we've gone over in this video, it should be enough to help you clear out that tier 7 in no time and unlock yourself a 7-star Grand Admiral Thrawn, which is still a pretty solid character at the end game there. Very useful with his fracture. And I would definitely consider him more of a top tier player. Not top of the tier, but you know, we got, you know, Grand General Anakin Skywalker. You got your both Revans, Darth Malak and whatnot, and now your Galactic Legends. But he's still up there though, so definitely worth picking up. And hopefully, this and the other video hopefully makes it easier for you to unlock your 7-star Thrawn. And with that, I want to say thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it helps you on your path of legends. And just so you know, there is an actual cantina. I have a Discord channel for Rebel Squadron. And if you're interested in checking out the cantina, I will leave a link for the Discord down below. I'll see you in the cantina, recruit. This is Rebel Squadron out.
Your journey continues, recruit.